Well, we decided to go ice fishing yesterday with a couple buddies, something we do quite a bit. It's getting a little late in the year, so the ice is a little bit slushy, but it's very thick and safe. We had a couple choices of where to go. We could go to Hiram Dam, which is a local spot. It's been pretty good, but we decided to go to Idaho, mainly because we want to catch more than trout, maybe some bass and crappie, and their beer has twice the alcohol as Utah beer. So it was a win-win situation. There were some other ice fishermen there, so we had a fairly good idea where we needed to go. We parked the car in the parking lot at the boat ramp, and there's a lot of snow there. We walked down the boat ramp, across the ice, I'd say about half a mile. When we got out, we augered some holes. We did not have a power auger, we used a hand auger, and I would guess the ice was between 18 and 24 inches in spots. And we ended up augering a couple dozen holes. Then there's short ice fishing poles about this long that are ideal for ice fishing. Put on a jig, some millworms. After digging the hole, you just lower your line at the bottom, bring it up a little bit. And with 6 or 7 of us fishing for about 4 hours, we had a grand total of 0 bites. So it wasn't the best day of fishing. Drinking does help. It eases the pain a little bit when you're not catching fish. No one got hurt, no one got arrested. Everyone got home safely. We got some lottery tickets. I'm not sure how that's going to turn out. Fishing is not just catching fish, it's just an opportunity to be outside, excuse to have a cigar, have some conversation. It's also a good time to realize how much smarter than your friends you are. And all in all, it was a good day, even though we didn't catch any fish. A couple of my buddies' co-workers went, quite entertaining. One brought his son, about a 12-year-old boy. And, it's pretty interesting since the son's about 3 times smarter than his dad and was kind of looking out for him. A lady showed up. Apparently she's a meth head, but who am I to judge? We've all been there, maybe not meth, but prescription drugs. Not that I've abused, but recreationally. One of the guys, the gentleman that we went with, got fairly inebriated and decided to sled off an embankment several times. So that was quite entertaining. But usually you go with friends or family or a group like that, it's quite fun. One interesting thing was that the crackhead, she had a few beers after a while, and we're out in the middle of the lake and there's nowhere to go. It's half a mile to either side. So she decided to use the bathroom, and we had a sled that we put everything on and drug the equipment out. And one of the gentlemen, Robert, really classy individual, he held the sled up while she dropped her pants and relieved herself on the ice in front of all of us. As she drank more, she became more and more comfortable, and towards the end, when she would relieve herself, the sled stayed on the ground. Well, anyway, and then afterward, you just pack everything up after you're done and drag it back to the car. On the funness scale, I would put ice fishing somewhere between watching girls basketball and diarrhea. It's a toss-up, it depends. I mean, if it maybe caught a couple of fish, it might pull ahead of diarrhea, but even without catching fish, it's far ahead of watching girls basketball or the WNBA.